Alright, this is my 2015 ZR9000. It's got the 1100 CTEK 4 turbo motor made by Suzuki. And had a few minutes this afternoon and just thought I'd do a quick review. I like to have, I don't know, whatever I review, I want to have it for a little bit before I just make a review. And I've had this sled now for 3 years, so it's kind of overdue. I don't see a lot of stuff about whether, anything with the 1100, whether it's the older 1100 turbos or the ZR9000s. I just don't see much about them. So for anybody that's kind of maybe debating about getting one or thinking about it or just wants to know more, I figured this would be a good video for that. I'm just going to tell you some of the basics, what I like about it, what I don't like about it. But I'd definitely do it again. I love the sled. I've had absolutely zero issues. It's now got 2,000 miles on it. Done a little bit of every kind of riding as far as trail riding here in the Midwest, and it's just been an overall really good sled. Let me see, like I said, 2,000 miles, belt just blew, and that was a little bit of a concern because I guess 14 and older, the belts were notorious for blowing, and I guess some people are only getting about 100, 200 miles out of a belt. And belts for this is not cheap. You have to get the better, more expensive belts if you want to get any kind of mileage out of them. And I think I spent on my spare that I now have as my main one in there, I think it was 130 bucks. So I remember with my F7s and other sleds that I've had, belt would blow and I'd go spend 60 bucks and go get another one, and I'm good for another 1,000 miles, and not the case here. So the belts are a little more expensive, but I kind of knew that going into it too. So let me tell you about kind of what I first did. I got it and I didn't even get to ride it before I started kind of changing it up the way I want. So the first thing I did is I put some studs on there. They are aggressive studs. So you can see there's 3 per row. But I did put a template on there and I did it right, and I've had no issues. I don't have any pull throughs, nothing. It's been really good. Now, of course, with every issue you kind of get into with a studded track, in the corners it is definitely, it's already a tank in the corners, but I studded that thing and it is definitely it's you got to fight it around those corners if you want to kind of hook it. I did actually, when I first got it, after studding the track, I kept the stock carbides on there, but those didn't last too long. I went ahead and upgraded to 6-inch dualies, and that definitely helped a lot. But with studding the track, as soon as you get on it, the skis or the suspension, it decompresses, so the carbides don't get a good of a grip on the snow or ice, and it just kind of takes off. So as long as you're in a straight path, it's great. Even in the corners, I can hang with pretty much anybody for the most part. You just can't toss it around. Like I said, I came from an F7, so totally different. Not even the same sled, not even close. So it's something to think about. But the only thing that I've done in the 2,000 miles is just do regular oil changes before the season starts. I put on, the first season I had it, I put on, I believe, about 1,200 miles, and then last winter was a bad winter, so at least around here it was, so I think I only put about 600 miles on it last year. So bogey wheels, everything else is fine. I did back up and kind of messed up my snow flap down here, but not a big deal. It was just some real deep powder, and I backed up and kind of rolled over it. So but I was able to reattach it. You can get these little pop rivets for a few cents at any kind of motorsport store. So but yeah, overall it's just been an awesome sled. I wanted a sled that if I got on it, I always want that feeling of man, there's power here, and this sled did it for sure. I figure if you hit the gas and it doesn't give you a good feeling, then it's about time to upgrade or get out of it and get something else. And like I said, it's my 3rd year. It's the longest I've ever had a sled, and I don't see any reason to get rid of it anytime soon. So even when I do get to the point where I want to maybe put some money into it, you can tune the computers or the computer exhaust and get like another 200 horsepower out of it if you really want to. So nice thing about a turbo. But like I said, just want to make this video to just kind of talk about how reliable it's been. It's been a great sled. zero issues. And just if you have any questions, put them down in the comments, and I will answer them. Thanks.